Did you hear? Time magazine has named its Person of the Year. And if you're in the old legacy media, it's a really big deal. But to almost anyone else, who cares what Time magazine named? In case you missed it, they picked Ukrainian Prime Minister Zelensky and, quote, the spirit of Ukraine as its Person of the Year, which of course isn't a person, but I digress. At one time in history, this was a big deal. Being selected by Time magazine really mattered. But that was at a point when magazines like Time and Newsweek were relevant, back when weekly news magazines were a thing, back like at the very least 10 years ago, if not a lot more. So I was shocked at just how much coverage in other major media Time's selection still gets. So many treated this non-event as though it were the selection of the next pope, or at least acted as if this was still the 1960s.
Today, Time magazine announced its much-awaited Person of the Year.
Who had the greatest influence on the events that you saw play out? Let's see who some of the finalists were.
Time for the big buzz of the morning. Time magazine just revealing its 2022 Person of the Year, and it is, wait for it,
MSNBC correspondent Ellison Barber actually said this while reporting from the ground in Kyiv.
These latest reports of attacks on villages and nets come as Ukrainians are trying to have a moment, if you will, of celebration, celebrating the fact that Time magazine has decided that President Zelensky and the spirit of Ukraine are the Person of the Year.
I mean, I guess it's possible that Time is a big deal in Ukraine, but it is hard to imagine in the middle of a war zone, you know, busting out the champagne over the news that, you know, past its prime American magazine put the prime minister on the cover. I mean, Prime Minister Zelensky has been on more than his share of magazine covers in the last year. But Barber's report was just part of what was a massive promotional effort, specifically at NBC, which elbowed out its competitors out of the way to get the big scoop. And they wanted to make sure you're watching the Today Show, even to see who was being considered for the list.
We have an exclusive for you. We have a first look at the short list for Time's Person of the Year.
Oh. And then it got worse when it came time for the big reveal.
And the big reveal, who is Time Magazine's Person of the Year?
A December tradition. No, not the tree, not Christmas, not the Rockettes. Time's Person of the Year.
It worked. Executive editor of Time, Ben Goldenberger, then visited Morning Joe on MSNBC. They did exactly what Time's picks used to do, which is create some sort of debate.
Ron DeSantis makes no sense to me. Gun safety advocates.
In any, not just on this list.
By the way,
in general.
Explain Ron DeSantis.
There's a lot of constituent service going on there. Ron DeSantis. She was a make him explain Ron DeSantis.
I can't.
I don't. She doesn't mean. I don't mean existentially.
Look, I like lists as much as the next guy. Zelensky's a solid choice. My issue is not with the pick or the list. It's with all the nonsense that surrounds it, the breathless speculation, the days of promotion, constant debate before and after. It's the media navel-gazing. And now that I have done this segment on it, I guess it's come full circle. And I have fallen into the same hype circle or cycle by even talking about it. So from here on in, I will treat it like Voldemort. I will not speak of it again. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.